YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Litecoin and Bitcoin. We're going to go over Litecoin first, then we'll hit Bitcoin. Right now Litecoin's at $74.12. We're up 1.27%, and it's good to see that we're defending this 0.618. And what's happening, guys, is we're also having many small candles and wicks down around this area, around this 0.618. So we're seeing a lot of defense around that area. And what I wanted to point out to you is whenever you can see a trend kind of running out of steam here, do you see how we had several days of just kind of indecision candles? We weren't really moving up a ton. They were small. We had some longer wicks up top here, so we were seeing some profit taking. A lot of times that's the end of a trend there, and what you're kind of seeing here is the same thing down here. So what we're hoping is this short-term downtrend is starting to stall out a little bit, and we can start trying to make some moves, because what we're going to need to do is ultimately break out of this purple trend line here. That's our downtrend. We're in a short-term downtrend. Short-term downtrends anywhere from 0 to 3 months. So we're going to dig into all this, guys. Appreciate you being here with me today. If you like these videos and you get something out of them, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to leave my Robinhood link below if you're looking for a free trading platform. I've been using that a lot, so if you want that, I'll leave it down low for you guys. And also go into my playlist. I got a lot of free videos in there, so we can learn all this stuff together. A lot of stuff's out of the encyclopedia, chart patterns, and the Japanese candlestick charting book explained. A lot of good stuff, and I'm actually looking for my next haul of books. Probably going to get 4 or 5 new books, and I really want to get them on just trend chasing, like we've talked about in the short term and in the longer term. So we'll get into all that, guys. But what I'm glad we're seeing defense here at the 0.618. But what's happening, guys, we're getting a little too comfortable underneath this 200-day moving average. In my opinion, we need to get back up above that, because that's our long-term moving average there. And the fact that we broke it on a pretty strong candle here, that is significant. Right now, guys, the 0.618, if that doesn't hold, we're going to be looking down for support around $66, and then I'm going to look at around $61. Is going to be my downside targets. Now, what I wanted to point out to you, I changed my moving averages up a little bit. What we have today in yellow is the 12 EMA, and that's right now at $77.99. And then we have the 24 moving average, which is in blue, and that's at $85 right now. And what we're looking for is a potential cross of those. It's not happening yet, guys, but that's what we need to see to be able to break out from this downtrend line that we've been dealing with for a while. Because what's happening is these moving averages, they're going to show you the trend. So do you see where we crossed right here, the yellow over the blue? That was around $129, and that was on a pretty nasty candle. So that would have been the time to exit. And then you can also put your MACD and different moving averages along with it. But that's how I like to play things. And now what you're seeing is that we've been pushed underneath, and price keeps getting rejected off this 12 EMA in yellow there. So the first thing we have to do is get up above that, and then we're going to need to get back up above this 200-day moving average. And it's also looking like this 24-day moving average is wanting to cross down over this 200-day moving average. So we need to keep all this in mind, guys. We're still in a downtrend now, but what we're looking to see is if this can be that stalling point, just like we had up here when the trend ended. We're hoping this downtrend here is going to end, and then eventually we can try to get out of here. And if we are to have a trend line break out of this purple line, that would be pretty significant. You'd be looking at 30-40% to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at there on Litecoin. So to the downside, guys, just really trying to defend this area where you see all these wicks here, and that's going to be around $70.33. The next thing I want to do with you here is just go over a few indicators, and we're going to get into Bitcoin. I don't want to take too much of your time here today. So our relative strength right now is at 35. So that's good. We're not over in any overbought territory where we're like 80 right now trying to defend this 0.618. So that's a good thing. We have plenty of room to run to the upside. And we also have slight divergence here. Our RSI got down to around 25, and our price was at 76. And then over here, what we were looking at is our price was around 70, and our RSI's higher low there was around 30. So we had some slight divergence there. The price was lower, but the RSI was going up, and we're starting to point up a little bit right now, guys. Today's close is going to be an important thing for us to pay attention to. And then the next one I want to do is the MACD. I was listening to a podcast yesterday about the MACD. It was probably about 45 minutes long, and I was really trying to just learn and study more about it for us so we can just learn all this stuff together, guys. And I'm going to continue to learn about it. But with the MACD here, it's very important that we pay attention to the histogram. And right now the histogram, it went from that negative, you see it turning white, and we're trying to turn positive here. And what we want to do is see that turn positive and get a bullish cross here. And what I like as well here is we also have that divergence here with the MACD as well. Do you see that, how we set that higher or low there? So you also want to look at divergences on the MACD and use it in that way as well. So right now we potentially could get a bullish MACD cross. We're getting pretty close right now, but it is not confirmed yet, guys. And that's something you always want to wait for, is that confirmation. So we're just going to have to see there, but that's looking pretty decent right there. So guys, that's Litecoin. That's all the more I'm going to get into Litecoin right now. Just look for those areas. And remember, to the upside, we got to get over those moving averages that I gave you there. So that's going to be around $78 and $85 is going to be the upside that we're looking at, and trying to get back over top of that 200-day moving average. It's going to be important for us. All right, so next one here, let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is over $10,000 right now. We have been defending it. What I also like about Bitcoin here, guys, we've just been defending this purple trend line that I've had drawn for quite a while now. So that there is defense of that. We're still setting higher lows, if you can see here. And remember, this is the one-day chart in green. This is the 100-day moving average, and you're seeing the bulls defend that as well as that trend line. So that's a good thing there. Right now, the moving averages, we're just moving sideways, so you can't really use them a ton. We can still look at them as overhead resistance, but in terms of trend chasing, they're not going to do a ton. Whenever you're chopping back and forth sideways, moving averages aren't that important. It's just for following those trends. It's what you want to pay attention to. So guys, to the upside, we want to get back up to around that 12 EMA, and that's going to be around 10,557 to the upside. To the downside, we just have to continue to see support of that 100-day moving average around 9,904. It's going to be important, because if we start breaking down through this purple trend line here, that could be very significant, guys. We could break, I mean, you've seen it, we could break down all the way to this 200-day moving average and test that, retest that. It happens. That's how crazy things get in this space. But I just want you to be aware, if we start having candle closes below that, as well as this little neckline that we have here and the support that we have around 9,358, then we can start going down to some lower numbers that we're going to have to pay close attention to. And also, guys, we just need to get back up above, like I said, that 10,558, and then it's going to be around 10,970. Then I'm going to look up to around about $12,000 if we do get a nice break to the upside there, because we're having lower highs and higher lows. So we're getting to that apex where we're eventually going to have some type of breakout at some point here to either the upside or the downside. And then what I want to do here is go into a few indicators with you. Let's take a look at the MACD. MACD, the histogram looked like it was starting, guys, to get a little healthier here, and then we started to drop back to the downside a little bit, and we're still in that bearish cross for the MACD. We crossed here, and we've just been getting pushed to the downside. So that's the MACD there. It's a little more bearish. Take a look at the RSI, the stock RSI. Stock RSI is at 21 and 29, so we are in oversold conditions right now, but we are having a downward cross on the stock. Then let's take a look at our RSI. RSI, we're at 44, so we're floating kind of neutral here, guys. We're going to want to see support at around $41.18, or I'm sorry, 41.18 on the RSI. My apologies. So that's the strength there, guys. That's the relative strength index. So right now, we're just going to wait to see if we can continue to get. Right now, we got a higher low. We want to get a higher high, higher low, higher high, and that's what we're looking for. And I also like to do trend line breaks on the RSI as well. So as an overhead resistance right now, we'd look at this trend line here, see if we can get back up there and test that and maybe eventually get out of it. But right now, guys, Bitcoin, I mean, it's waiting for that break, which way it's going to break. And right now, we're showing kind of a little hammer candle here, so we'll see if we can get out of that and maybe start moving up here and test some of these areas around that, 10,937 if we can make a move to the upside. Then to the downside, 9,358 is what I'm going to be looking at. So just want to bring you a quick one here, guys. I appreciate you being here with me today. Let me know down below what you think about Bitcoin and Litecoin, if you think it's going to start breaking down through this purple trend line, because if we do start breaking down through there, guys, that's going to be pretty significant in my opinion, at least. And remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm rookie at all this, still just a beginner, trying to do the best I can to just get you the information and show you those upside upside and downside targets, guys. So leave it down low. Let me know what you think. God bless and take care.